This is a question for you. Would you buy a house that you knew was haunted?
Ghost children playing.
Ghost children are the worst. Honestly, I stand by those words. We are back.
Welcome back to our channel, everybody. Happy Spooky Sunday. We hope you're well. Tonight's the night. It's coming home.
Today, we unfortunately haven't actually got too much to really talk about from our house. It's been relatively quiet, apart from the thing that happened on Monday that we posted on our TikTok, Instagram and all the rest of it. We'll put it in now, so in case you haven't seen it. But other than that, not a lot has really happened on our end. So there's nothing to report on. We thought we could maybe make a video about it, but we thought 10 minutes of us waffling about one video, you're just not going to be interested. So in the lack of us having any haunted experiences to really talk about, we thought we'd hit up your haunted experiences.
And share them with our beautiful community because they are so good. They are worth everyone knowing about.
Absolutely. So before we get into today's video, we just want to shout out our members who are new, rejoined or upgraded or whatever, because we feel like you deserve that kind of shout out. So big thank you to Jamie Rippon,
Sammy JBK,
Christine,
John Brown,
Kaylee Levis,
Jason and Miranda Canup,
and Nicole McCarty.
Thank you so much for your support, and to all of our members, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Absolutely. We really appreciate everything that you guys are doing for us to help out the channel. And we truly, I don't know what else to say, just massive thank you to you guys.
So, get yourself a brew.
Turn off the lights.
And let's get into the video. So, the first story is called Haunted Apartments. And it's from Heather. So, thank you for sending this, Heather. Hi, Lainey and Ben. Around 2016, my boyfriend, ex now, and our 2-year-old son moved into an apartment that was actually a house that was cut into 4 apartments. The house was actually one of the 4 oldest homes in my town. The building next to us was also haunted, so I was told by the neighbours apparently years ago that that building was actually hit by a plane during the war, killing everyone inside the plane.
Well, that's like, that, what?
What a cool backstory to start with.
Yeah, like, well, that's a way to set the tone. But would you buy a house? This is a question for you. Would you buy a house that you knew was haunted?
Yes.
Like, if you knew you were stepping in, the landlord was like, look, you're not going to be the only one here. Would you still go for it?
Yes.
I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments on that one. Anyway, carry on, Lainey.
My house was the doctor's house, and the houses across from us was the first hospital in our town. No sooner did we move in, you never felt alone. Day and night, it felt like someone was watching you all the time. I would hear someone walking through the living room into our room and out all night long. I'd be like, leave it out, let us sleep.
We get that all the time, don't we?
Yeah.
Like, we never feel alone here.
I was getting ready one day and my toilet paper started unravelling ferociously, which I just ignored and continued getting ready. I just feel so inconvenienced by that.
Like, no, that's the worst thing to have happened, because you've got to roll that back up, and then it never rolls back up the way you want it to. It always comes out all over the place.
I continued getting ready. Doors would shut on their own, and I would hear what sounded like a huge man shuffling in my basement. But as soon as I would open the door, it would stop.
Right, basement's already a no-go. Like, you know for a fact that a basement, if you've got a basement in your house, you're guaranteed to be haunted.
Nah.
You promised it.
I hope so. Anyway, let's get one with a basement when we move.
No.
One night, my ex came home late from a bender. I was working. He said he swore he saw a huge black shadow of a man in the kitchen. So imagine him telling you the story. He was going to jump on this guy who he thought broke in like a ninja. He thought he was like a ninja he thought he was, but when he jumped into the kitchen, there was no one there.
Imagine that, your boyfriend's getting G'd up. He's already got a few drinks in him, so he's got a bit of that Dutch courage going on. And he's like, I'm going to mess him up.
Who's in
hold
my
me back,
house?
hold me back.
Who's
and
in
then
my
going
house?
in there and there's no one there.
One of the last times I heard something was when my neighbours upstairs moved out, so the apartment was empty, but we started hearing what sounded like multiple kids running, pushing a barrel back and forth. Ghost children playing.
Ghost children are the worst. Honestly, I
Why?
stand by those words.
I said something to my landlord, but he wouldn't really give me an answer.
Yeah. You what? He didn't want the house value to depreciate.
Needless to say, we moved out not long after that. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sharing.
Oh my god, yes. That's a good way to get us started.
Nice little warm-up.
Haunted little apartment with a basement, guaranteed to be haunted. So that's mad.
I would love to investigate that, and like when we were learning about who Dave was.
Yeah.
Just find out what's going on there. Clearly, there's multiple like spirits there. And
Kids
the children
as well.
are like, they've gone, guys. We've got a playroom.
Nah, I can't stand ghost kids. Like, if we ever had a ghost kid, we'd be getting exorcisms. Like, I think I get Shining vibes.
Okay, ready for the next one?
I'm ready for the next
So it's
one.
from Alan.
So this one is titled "My Strange Little Story."
Perfect.
And kind of, I feel like Alan's playing it down, but this is going to be a
It
big
does
one.
feel a
I've got
bit
a
like-
feeling that it's just going to be like a pow,
It does feel a bit like
paranormal punch to the face.
It does feel.
You will get this sentence out.
Never mind. Go on.
No, go on.
Give in.
It does feel like. Go on.
It's just going to be like a happy little thing.
And let's get into the. Oh no, sorry. Go on.
Go on. Go on.
You feel like it's going to
No,
be.
it's fine. Come on.
Okay. I feel so bad now. So, Alan says, can I just say before you read this that many will claim false memory or suggestion. However, over the years, I've tried to analyse the events I'm about to communicate to you.
Love that. Love that.
I like that little disclaimer. He's like, look, I know how this is going to come across. People are going to say this, but I have done my best to analyse this.
And that's the case with every story we ever have as well that we
yeah,
share.
I do appreciate that.
Yeah. Right. Hit me.
On December 13th, 1969, I came into this strange world we all live in. However, my story begins on July of 1969.
Right. Okay.
6 months prior.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. My mam, it's about mam,
Oh, someone's a northerner.
was pregnant with me. It was a particularly hot summer's day, and my mam, Nana, and my sister had to go to the local hospital for an antenatal appointment. Having just missed the local service, they decided to walk the mile between the original bus stop and another bus stop for a different route. And after arriving at the second bus stop, my mam took ill with heat and dehydration and passed out.
Oh, bless her.
Luckily, the bus stop was right in front of my local police station. My nana sent my 4-year-old sister into the police station to get help. Immediately, several officers were outside picking my mam up and carrying her into a cell so she was shaded, cooled down and given plenty of water.
Hang on. A 4-year-old did that.
Yeah, fair play.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What an amazing little sister.
Yeah.
What an amazing sister.
She was eventually feeling more normal-like and went on to make the hospital appointment. Moving forward about 10 years, I overheard my mum and nana talking about the old-fashioned army blankets that feel they've been woven with fiberglass, that they are rough and very itchy.
I've heard about these as well, really scratchy and...
I haven't heard about these.
Haven't you?
No. At this point, I interjected to the conversation. Do you mean like those blankets that you had when you were in the cells of the police station? The sound of confused silence and eyes darting around. What? I've never been in a police station. My reply was, you have. You passed out on the police station bus stop. The police carried you into the cells and gave you water. I was there with you holding your hand. My nana sent my sister to get help for you and I was crying, but I never let go of your hand and I felt those blankets.
What? But wasn't she pregnant with you?
To say they were shocked was an understatement.
What?
That's mad.
How could he have known that?
And
How
to have felt
weird.
it and holding the hand.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I love that.
Tell me more. They finally realised what I was meaning, the event that indeed took her into the cells. You wasn't there then, son. I was on my way to the hospital because I was pregnant with you. I argued with them, I cried and I got annoyed that they didn't believe me. Then reality struck my mum and nana. How on earth did I know about it?
Yeah, how?
Had I heard them talking about it? No, a couple of days after the event it was forgotten about. Just one of those days and never spoke about afterwards. My sister can very vaguely remember the events of that one day in the summer of '69. I remember it graphically. I still swear I was there. The events are so clear, I was convinced they were lying to me for a long time.
Wow.
I now accept their version of events, but I still know I was holding my mummy's hand and looking after her.
Oh, love that.
I have other stories I can tell you, from a UFO sighting to other paranormal experiences.
Hit us up with them.
Many thanks, kind regards, Alan. Oh, Alan!
That's mad.
Alan, what? What?
That just shows that, like, he was there. Surely that's got something to do with, like, I don't know, maybe reincarnation, or the fact that, like, we're
like the soul was there.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Has anyone else had experiences like this where, like, they remember things from being born?
That's mad.
Oh, I'd love to hear more stories like that.
Yeah. Thank you, Alan. Thank you
for sharing
Alan.
That. So, just before we move on to the next story, Lainey set a little like goal in our Thursday video, and you guys have absolutely annihilated it. So
I can't believe it.
I can't believe that they managed to hit 500 likes on that vid. We never hit 500 likes.
I honestly didn't think. Well, I was like, oh God, why did you say that? Like, who do you think you are going to get 500 likes? Of course not. But you did it, and I'm honestly amazed.
Can we, for this video, should we set the same goal?
Yeah.
Set the same goal. Set the bar quite high.
Can we do it twice?
And you guys have hurdled that bar, so 500 likes it is. You've proven to us it is possible, so...
I'll be gobsmacked if we do this again.
Yeah, so get yourself down, drop a like, let's carry on with the stories.
Right, this one comes from Nicole. The Robin That Read My Mind.
Ooh, that's a big intro.
I love that because already... I think robins or birds and like robins visiting are usually like a sign that a loved one's visiting.
I agree.
I think in America there's different birds that they view like that as well, maybe across different parts of the world, but I'm intrigued, so let's go. Hi Lainey and Ben. I have quite a few strange things happen to me through the years and was thinking of telling you about. However, something happened just today after watching your followers' videos that blew my mind. It's not so much of a spooky one, however, it's still, in my opinion, unbelievable. That's good enough for me.
Yes.
Doesn't always have to be spooky. Just send us your unexplained. If
it's
weird.
Send
us your UFO stuff. Or your, I don't know.
Anything.
Just glitches in the Matrix and...
Oh, glitches in the Matrix are weird, man.
Yowies and, Bigfoot and all of that. Right, anyway. So, just a bit of background so the story makes more sense. My nana died when I was a young age, about 2 years old, and since then my mum has always said that whenever we see a robin, it's her mum, because she always seemed to see them at special occasions since she's passed.
Oh,
I really love that.
So do I.
Growing up, I have had the same things happen to me. Whenever it's my birthday or a special point in my life, or even when I'm sad, I see a robin. See, there you go, 100%.
You've got the same thing though, haven't you? You see robins around?
Sometimes, yeah. And like white feathers and stuff.
Yeah, and butterflies.
So back to what happened today. I was sat in my garden as the sun had just come out and it was boiling. My parents had left to go away for the weekend, and so I was home alone. Normally this doesn't bother me, but I had watched The Conjuring 3 at the cinema the night before, so it was fair to say I was a bit spooked. And as I was lay there in the sun, thoughts of creepy things happening were going through my head, like, what if I fall asleep and someone breaks into my house? And that nonsense. We've all been there.
We have all been there.
And The Conjuring 3, the new Conjuring movie's mint.
Yeah, very good.
Oh, that's not the one that she watched? Conjuring 3, was it?
Yeah, that's the new one, I think.
Oh, is it?
I think.
And either way, all the Conjurings are amazing. So
you can't escape the spookiness of the Conjuring movies.
I don't know how this thought came about, but as I was lay there, I just thought to myself, it would be so nice if I seen a robin now, as it would make me feel less creeped out. As in my head, that would be my nana saying, "It's okay, I'm here."
Oh.
And I even thought about how it would be nice if it landed on my chair my feet were resting on. Please say this happened.
Oh, I actually really hope for this.
This was just a random thought that passed through my mind, and I didn't think deeply of it at all until...
Oh no.
10 minutes later, a robin came and landed on the chair where my feet were resting. As soon as it happened, I jumped as it scared me and so it flew off, but landed on another chair in my garden and just sat there facing me.
Shut up.
Oh My God.
You can't make that stuff up, can you?
Wow. There's no such thing as coincidence.
Nah.
I honestly am still in shock writing this, as I cannot believe what has just happened. It is as if my nana could hear my thoughts and came and did exactly what I was thinking. After a few minutes, I looked away for a second to get my phone to ring my mum and tell her this crazy thing had just happened to me. But as I looked back, it was gone. So she was there long enough for you to know that she was there, and that was,
Yeah,
you know.
I feel like I've had this too. Not to that kind of extent, but like, have you ever like thought of something? Maybe like you're listening to some music and you're like, oh, I wish this song would come on next, and then that song's come on next, and you're like...
But we've also had it when we've done the board and we've been answered, or on the spirit box, and we've been answered before we've even asked the full question.
Yeah, it's like, what's that thing? Is it like when you like... you put something out to the universe subconsciously, and then it's like it's responded to. Does that make sense? Like you kind of project it into the universe, like through your thoughts, and then it's like responded to.
Yeah.
Ah, I love it.
Right. As I'm writing this, there is a robin that keeps appearing at different points of my garden, and I truly believe it's my nana looking out for me. You should acknowledge it. Just be like, just say hi, nana, or something.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry if that didn't make much sense. It absolutely did. I'm still in shock from this, as it only happened about 20 minutes ago. Thank you for letting us be part of that so quickly.
Thank you.
I have some other strange things that have happened to me, one being an experience overnight on a school trip, but I will send that sometime in another email. We'd love to hear it.
Absolutely.
Thank you for listening to my story. I hope you enjoyed it. We absolutely did.
Definitely.
I can't wait for your next post. I honestly love watching your videos. Say hi to Andy and Dave for me, from Nicole. Andy, Dave, Nicole says hi.
Oh, Nicole, what a story. And thanks for selling us so like rapid. You've told us like in quick time, and I absolutely love that.
Me too.
Big respect to you. So this one is just titled Followers Spooky Stories, and this is by Kendra. So thank you for sending this over, Kendra.
Lovely name.
Hi Ben, Lainey, Dave and Andy. Don't forget everyone.
Hi.
Hope the four of you are doing well.
We are, thank you, love.
I'm hoping to share with you one of the most spooky experiences I've had in my life.
Bring it on.
Just a short backstory. Since I can remember, I've had small experiences with spirits, whether it was the time the TV volume kept going up on its own, a light cover falling off and smashing on the floor after I'd walked under it, seeing shadow people, or smelling tobacco smoke or perfume.
We've had the smell of tobacco smoke, haven't we?
Yeah. On my mum's side of the family, my grandpa was a healer. I don't know much else, but I do know I have a gift. But not the kind of gift one would hope to want.
Right, okay.
Although I do
intrigued.
embrace it. So without further ado, here's my story. That's like gripped me, that has.
I was hoping she'd say, without further ado, get yourself a brew and let's get into my stuff, you know.
Yeah. About 4 years ago, I freshly moved out into my first apartment. I would say maybe more than 6 months after I moved in. I can't recall exactly the time when this started, but I started to see a shadow person from the corner of my eye.
Oh, that's where it began with us.
It was. Keep an eye on that, literally. There was no negative energy or uneasy feeling with them. Since I've started seeing them, since I can remember, I thought nothing of it. They usually come and go as they please, but for some reason, this particular shadow was insistent on me noticing it and paying attention to it.
Oof.
Sounds like a little like someone I know.
Yeah. Dave, was that you?
I hope you're listening, Dave.
He's just laughing his head off.
Sometimes I would look over to where I could see it and it wouldn't be there. But it would definitely try to make itself known. I've started hearing little ticks and small bangs of things around the house, but again ignored it. It wasn't until it started following me to work that I started to actually pay attention to it.
Oh God, there's no escaping it.
No. I would say things quietly to myself. Hello? What do you want?
Nice.
I don't know how to help you. I'm sorry.
Nice. I'd do the same.
Days and weeks would pass, and at least twice a day I would see this figure still as a black shadow, until one day at work, it was lunchtime. Most of the staff had gone for lunch, and it was only me and 2 other people in the office. The staff that stay like to have their doors shut during lunch. I was at the fridge getting my lunch when, from behind me, I hear a very clear and very distinctive, "Hey!"
Oh, God.
It startled me so much that I actually flinched and turned around, thinking it was one of my co-workers. But no one was there. My heart dropped and I felt almost nauseous. Because of the fact that there was nobody there, I peeked into the hallway, no one.
Whoa.
I started to get a sinking feeling. I think because this was my first audio experience I've ever had, the rest of the day was quiet. As in, no shadow person, no audio, nothing.
Oh my God.
A few days went by and I hadn't seen the shadow person around. I figured they got what they wanted, my attention with the hey, and left. A couple more days went by, not more than I would say 3. One night after work, I was sitting on my couch watching TV when the shadow person came back. But this time they were different.
Wait,
this was
right. Thought processes right now. Who is it?
Yep.
What do they want?
Yep.
Why are they following her to work?
Yep.
Like,
why did they go so quiet for a little while?
Yeah. Why they clearly can see that you're sensitive, so they clearly want your attention for something. But what is it?
All these questions.
So many questions.
This was maybe in the evening, so it was quite dim outside, so no lights were coming in and my blinds were half shut. This shadow person was now colourful.
Ooh.
And what I mean by that, they were almost sparkling with all the colours.
Wow.
They lingered with my peripheral vision for a while, maybe a minute. Every time I looked where they were, I saw nothing, but when I looked at the TV, I can still see the colourful apparition in the same spot.
Wow.
I still had no feelings in the room. As I sat there, I decided to say, "You're so beautiful." And literally, after I said it, it was gone. It faded away like dimming a light.
It wanted to be acknowledged.
Days went by, no shadow person. I was actually kind of sad to have not seen this shadow figure around anymore.
I totally get that.
And it was quiet. Kind of quiet where you know you're alone.
Oh.
And it was then I knew it had gone to where it needed to be. About a week later, I just got home from work. My mum called me with some very sad news. One of my cousins had passed away maybe a week before, around the time when that colourful apparition appeared to me. I told my mum this story and she thought it was spooky. She told me I might have a gift, where all the spirits tell me someone has passed or someone is about to pass, and I am to tell the family.
Oh my God.
What a burden to have.
I was going to say, I'm not sure that's a gift.
No.
Imagine having to go and say, like, oh, by the way, I think such and such is about to pop their clogs.
I also think the colourful spirit figure was my cousin trying to tell me that she had passed and she's okay.
Oh, God bless her.
I hope to one day open up this gift I have, but I'm unsure on how to do it. We know someone who can help you out with that. I'm afraid of having the bad spirits or entities attached to me. I envy Psychic Sam and her ability and courage to be a medium. Also to you, Ben and Lainey, to interact with your poltergeist, Dave and Andy. You're both so brave to want to know more about them. Love watching your videos. Take care of yourselves, all 4 of you. Love from Canada, Kendra.
Kendra, you absolute beaut. What an incredible story. If you want to kind of understand it more, you should definitely seek
advice and
from
help.
Professionals who can help you to do that safely and know how to protect yourself and oh my goodness,
I don't even know where to begin with that.
Oh, I've got actual goose pimples. I'm like, what an incredible experience. And like to know that I'm actually a bit emotional about that with our cousin.
But is it a gift or is it a burden?
She hung around until the colours and stuff, and she hung around until you acknowledged, and then she went. She just needed you to. Sounds like she was just persevering until you knew. Yeah.
Oh wow. Unless the shadow figure was there for like the like pre-death, like kinda this is going to happen, and then the colourful one was the cousin being like, oh, okay.
And actually I totally believe that could be a thing, because whenever something pivotal is going to happen in my life or something big's about to happen, I see like blue orbs
and that little white dog.
And yes, the little white dog. That's usually like when there's a lot of negativity around.
Yeah. Wow.
Kendra, thank you. That was gorgeous. Right, next story. Amanda.
This is our last story, this one.
So, this one's titled My Paranormal Experiences, Amanda Guevara's. I hope I said it right. I think I did. I'm sure you've sort of told me.
Yeah, I think you have.
Hi, Lainey, Ben, Boo, Dave and Andy.
Hi.
I love that. Even Boo got a shout. I've been fascinated by the paranormal since I was a little girl. However, I wasn't certain of how real ghosts were until my very own experience.
This is the case.
Same here.
I feel like everyone needs to experience a paranormal experience to be able to fully understand and grasp it.
Yeah. That was later reinforced by a second one. Here are my stories. Yes. Oh, this is so beautifully formatted as well. Thanks, Amanda. Right, experience 1. I think I was about 12 years old when a group of my friends and I would play a Ouija board every time we gathered for a sleepover. The spirit... I'm going to sneeze.
Pineapples.
What the hell did you just do? What the hell was that? It was literally right there.
You're so welcome.
How did you do that? Anyway, the spirit we often communicated with identified herself by the name Jello. Coincidentally, this was the nickname of one of our friends in the sleepover group too. I was super sceptical that a ghost could be responsible for the movement on the board, but we always had a blast playing with the thing, so it didn't really matter. Fair enough.
Sounds like a dangerous game you're playing, Amanda.
Fast forward about a week after our maybe 10th Ouija board session. I was at home alone and I went to use our powder room downstairs. You have a powder room?
What's a powder room?
I don't know, but I want one. While washing my hands, I glanced up into the mirror and for the briefest of moments the face staring back at me was not my own. It was an older woman with dark eyes and white hair in a neat bun on top of her head. I couldn't make out her clothing well, but could tell the collar of her dark top was buttoned up all the way. Oh my God. Can you imagine that being in your reflection?
No.
I shook my head in disbelief and poof, she disappeared. I never saw her again, although I was shocked for a moment. I calmed myself knowing what I saw was impossible and therefore I must have been mistaken.
This is like, that's your logical brain kicking in, being like,
yeah.
No, let's bring you back down to reality. Look, this is the possible logic. Like, you just do that subconsciously.
But you know what you've seen.
Absolutely.
At our next sleepover, my friends and I placed our fingers on the planchette, and before we could even ask a question, it began to move, spelling out, "Did you see me, eh?" Oh, yes, I did. Having not told anyone about what I saw, my friends gave me a strange look when I nearly fell backwards out of my chair. After I regained my wits, and without describing the woman at all, I told my friends about seeing a face that wasn't mine. We interrogated the Ouija board about the event. I love that you did that.
What? That's a perfect description of it.
And long story short, Jello described herself exactly the way the woman I saw looked. She also told us she had been a school teacher and that she died saving a young boy off of train tracks before she was struck herself. Oh, God bless her. Needless to say, my belief in the true existence of ghosts started that day.
Wow. I've got goosebumps listening to that.
I know. I honestly think, like, this is so common, people don't believe until they experience it themselves.
Yep.
And then it's like, so... And then it becomes, like, without a doubt, doesn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, you ready for experience 2?
I'm ready for experience 2.
Oh. When I was 17 years old, I was home alone with my greyhound, Mocha. The thing about Mocha was she loved to go upstairs and lay on Mummy's bed. This was a forbidden pleasure, so any time I would give her permission when my mum wasn't home, she would run up the stairs and jump into the bed. I love that.
I rate that. Mocha's living her best life.
Yeah. Well, on this particular day, I was watching TV in our first floor living room with Mocha beside me on her bed. Suddenly, we're startled by the sound of bam, bam, bam. which I immediately recognised as my bedroom, the bathroom, and my mother's doors slamming shut upstairs. So something's walking around slamming the doors there.
Yeah, it's just like bam, bam.
Yeah, this was not a rare occurrence in my home because our large windows would create a strong cross breeze, making those doors close one after the other. I went upstairs to shut the windows because in my mind it was just too windy to have them open that day. No biggie. But upon inspection, not only were all the windows closed, but the window shade in my mother's room was all the way up. This too was odd because my mother was adamant that all the blinds in the front of the house remain at the halfway point. She thought it looked better this way. Insert eye roll. Yeah,
I'll rate that.
I'd be the same. I returned the blind to the halfway position and reopened the doors while I tried to come up for an explanation for what I had just experienced. I ended brushing it off and went back downstairs. It's not done yet, guys.
We're still not there.
This is tense. 20 minutes later, Mocha and I are back to hanging out in the living room when, bam, 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 the door slams shut again. This time, Mocha starts growling underneath her breath and I'm thoroughly freaked out. When the dog starts to react, that's when you start worrying, isn't it? Yeah. I grab Mocha so I have company on my trip upstairs to investigate.
I do this too.
When we get to the base of the stairs, Mocha is still growling and her rich hair is standing up on her back. She's not happy.
Yeah, there's something going on there.
I tried to guide her up the stairs, but she refused. I want to go in Mummy's bed, expecting her to bolt up the stairs as she always does, but again, she refused. That says it all. That says it all. If she's refusing to do what she's like, this thing that she loves, man. I even tried to pull her by her collar upstairs, but she dug her nails into the floor to pull me away. This left me no choice but to venture up on my own. Girl, you brave.
Oh, yeah, you've got bottle, man.
I got up to the second floor and sure enough, all 3 doors were completely closed again. I opened up my bedroom door, peeked in, saw nothing. Bathroom door was next, same result. Then I got to my mother's room, I opened her door, looked in, and now the window blind that I had just fixed was all the way closed. In fact, it was rolled out further than I even knew it could go. I immediately turned around, sprinted down the stairs, attached a leash to Mocha, and we retreated to the safety of the local park until my mum had returned from work.
This sounds like something I would do.
Oh, God. Can you imagine that? While these are the only 2 personal experiences I've had personally in my life, they were both super compelling experiences that have haunted me to this day. As you know, I still have an insatiable appetite for paranormal content / research, but have finally started a small collection of ghost hunting equipment for some upcoming trips. Let us know how they go. Give us some updates.
Yeah, I want to know like what you've got as well, because I feel like we need to set up a little kit. Stuff, need to set up a little kit. So like, let us know what we should stock our kit with, Amanda.
Hopefully, I'll have a few new experiences to share with you. Please do in the not so distant future.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
All the best, your forever member, Amanda Guevaras. Oh, that makes me so happy.
Wait, what's that in brackets?
Lainey remains one of the few people ever to pronounce my name correctly on the first try.
Yes! Get in there, girl!
Yes, I'm so chuffed with that.
Oh, yes.
Right, Amanda, the way that you wrote that, chef kisses. Beautiful. Thank you so much for that story.
That was one hell of a few experiences that you've had there.
Like, I know you're saying it's not many experiences, but at the same time,
there's plenty of experiences.
Like, so compelling.
Absolutely.
Absolutely enough to put no doubt in your mind and make, like, no wonder it's made you want to
investigate
understand
it further.
Things more.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly where we were as well.
Yeah,
so.
I feel like Amanda's had a similar journey to us.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I love that you're our forever member. So thank you. You're such a little gem. So that concludes your stories. We are so grateful when you guys send us these.
Absolutely.
It makes us feel a little bit more normal.
Yeah, and we're sorry again that we didn't have any experiences to share with you. But you guys have substituted for us.
Yeah, you've come through in our time of need, so thank you. Okay, so if you enjoyed tonight's video, we would love it if you would give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, you can always hit the subscribe button, become one of our family. I was going to say friends, but I think family is more. Yeah. And
tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload, and come and find us on our social medias as well.
I was just trying to glide past the tickle my bell comment, but it didn't work. It didn't work. Come and find us on our social medias too. It's where we upload any little clips and things that we capture in the house first. So if you want to see it first, come and join us over there. It's at Lainey and Ben across all social media platforms. We'd love to see you there.
All that's left to say, guys, is thank you so much. Enjoy the England game if you are going to be watching it. And if you're not, then we hope that you enjoy the rest of your day/evening. And all that's left to say is see you in the next video.
Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you. And spook to you later.
Peace.